is 𝓤𝓪. You did not land here by chance. That's right, you have entered into a sacred world line collision. Now, there is a very specific alignment taking place, not just externally at the time that I am recording this, but there is an alignment that has occurred within you, okay? And I'm hearing an incursion, which is the merging between worlds, and I'm hearing this is the interface of where your divinity meets the physical realm, and you're navigating and moving through this existence according to that fluid divine essence. Now, you are drawing from a much broader library during this time of information, okay? So I feel like you're drawing in from the infinite field, because I see you as a high priestess working with the star essence, and then also the Two of Wands was coming out, which is a choice point. It's Mars in Aries, so it's about you aligning your actions accordingly in the physical to actually practically impact your journey on Earth. So there's certain action that you're being called to take during this time. Now we're going to talk about this, okay? There's a lot that's coming through. First of all, how are you guys doing? Okay, I'm recording this during the partial solar new moon eclipse in Virgo. We are at Lake Titicaca, just for reference. And getting you here was a mission all on its own, guys. Like, all my cards, my camera and everything, it didn't come through when I came through. It wasn't delivered, so it actually got delivered today, which is super beautiful. So I'm super grateful that I get to you know, streaming this information and share it with you guys, because there was a lot that came through this morning, so we're going to talk about it. But it's not about escaping the present moment, but actually using this wider field of information to be able to make, I'm hearing, grounded decisions from here on out. Okay, so I'm seeing you kind of ground things into the physical. That I'm also seeing on the Light Seers deck, there is this girl and she's holding onto this star, right, the celestial light body, and there is this entangled, I'm hearing, interconnected web. It's like a string that she is attuned to. And this is a very specific future. So I feel like you're kind of drawing in information from the quantum field during this time, and you're taking certain action in the present moment. And that's aligning you with that very specific, not just continuum, which is the sequence of events that will unfold until you are met with a dream in a tangible form. So it feels like there's something that's collapsing through space and time and it's becoming part of your reality. Okay, that's where I feel like you found yourself. So you're visualizing with some kind of precision, and you're strengthening your focus. You're reducing any kind of internal conflict when it comes to the belief systems that disrupt the way that you see yourself as you move through this existence as a natural born creator playing inside of its own creation. And it's allowing you to open up to creative solutions that may not appear through linear forms of thinking. Okay, it's like you're leveraging as a quantum being, and the more quickly that you're defining what it is that you want to experience when it comes to your journey on Earth, the faster that you'll notice these opportunities, coincidences or synchronicities begin to move towards you, because you're drawing them in. So I feel like there's a lot that you're drawing in, because if you think about the high priestess, I'm hearing she doesn't go anywhere technically. She travels with the mind and things come to her. So there's definitely things that are coming to you during this time, things that you're tuning into when it comes to potential realities. Okay, you're tuning your frequency to it, and they are tuning into you. Okay, but there's something that you're drawing there. So we'll go ahead and read the high priestess energy, right? Guys, it's so hot here, right? During the day, not during the night. It's the opposite. So there could be something around you getting hotter. Okay, you getting hotter. Anyway, literally, I left this out in the sun for a few minutes too long, and the magician fell out. So you could be about to pull out some kind of, I don't know, magician tricks. This talks about a force of creation. So you are definitely a force of creation, the magician, and she's right next to the high priestess, right? So we're gonna read this. It says, as if from nothing the crow materializes. So it's almost like you are materializing into a new, I'm hearing, form. Okay, and it carries death away on its back. The crow flies with certainty, and it understands that there is an appropriate direction to all things. Okay, crows also talk about preparing for change. They are often depicted on a Seven of Wands energy, and Seven of Wands is somebody planning for the future. It's Aquarian, it's happening behind the scenes, it's happening internally. It's not really announced, it's something that is shown through the result. Okay, so there's something that you're drawing in, and I don't feel like you're telling anyone about what this is. And while the crow, because I'm hearing you're drawing in an essence, and the form will reveal itself. So yeah, this may seem small, but it is the magician manifesting a strong current of energy from within, and that's exactly what's going on right now. So you've already mastered the magician, that's why it fell out the book. So I feel like this is a page I'm hearing that you are quite literally embodying, so you don't need to read over it, you know? It's something that's studied because I'm seeing somebody that has remembered themselves as a creator. They've been able to dissolve any belief systems that kind of distort the way that they see themselves in this existence. And because of that, reality is now responding to that. I'm hearing recognition, okay? The spirit that has manifested into form and has recognized itself once again and remembered itself. Okay, so it feels like you're integrating, and I feel like this is the cohesion or something being, what was it called? Incursion. The incursion that's taking place. It's like a merging between realms. Okay. Anyway, it says the crow teaches us how to change energy into a force of creation. We can learn great things from the crow, but even greater things from ourselves. So I'm hearing the gift is not necessarily even in what it is that you achieve, okay, when it comes to the system and the matrix, but it's more about in who you have become. So let it fill you and then exhale it back into the universe. When there is something in your life that you want to meditate on, if it doesn't already exist, create it. You will find that you naturally gravitate towards the path that will get you there. So there's something that you're gravitating towards. It literally has the numbers on the back as well, which is the introduction to the book. What's this called? It's almost like a navigation. So there's a new way that you're navigating this experience because this is how you navigate the book, okay? But it's fallen out. So this is interesting, right? And then this one talks about a good omen, clarity, and also protection that you have. So I'm hearing this awareness, okay, and anchoring your awareness back into your physical vessel, right? Your carbon-based life form that allows your soul to experience life on Earth in this terrestrial plane. Anchoring that back into your avatar allows you to. Okay, sorry guys, my camera overheated. I thought we had left that behind in Egypt, but apparently not. Anyway, I was hearing that you have the gift of expanded creativity during this time. So I'm hearing this is new ideas or revelations that are coming through from your higher self, which is an octave that exists within you and the highest expression that you can embody when navigating this cosmic overlay. So this is a freshness of unfamiliar insights, okay, when it comes to the point of origin for this source of inspiration. It feels like you're streaming this in from parallel lives because that's what the high priestess has a gift to be able to do. So that's what I'm seeing. It's almost like you're streaming in, you're connected with this hidden wellspring of knowledge, and you're streamlining these currents of information and acting upon that. And it's aligning you with, I'm hearing very pivotal trajectories when it comes to your life's journey. But yeah, this is aligning you with intentions that feel bigger than you because you're literally, again, connected to this broader library of information during this time. So yeah, we'll go ahead and read the High Priestess. So she talks about effortlessly floating across the pond. Okay, so I'm hearing you have a way when it comes to your navigation style. Okay, it's like you have a very powerful way of navigating through this existence. Did it just go dark? Anyway, this is a glowing shield that cascades down the neck of the brilliant red swan. This shield represents a protective presence in your life. The swan is an omen for safe changes. If this one comes up, you have a decision to make, and take it as affirmation that what you feel in your mind, your heart needs to. It represents mental clarity, wisdom, and a connection with your unconscious mind. If you've been wanting to take the plunge into something new, now is the time. And it's super beautiful because there's so many ducks, right? I love that she's represented as a swan because there's so many ducks around here. And I just saw one with a bunch of ducklings. And I'm seeing the ugly duckling story where there's an essence of maybe even being underestimated, as there's a lot of, I'm hearing work and motion. I'm just seeing motion happen in the background, okay? But they're showing me motion pictures. So this is something that is going to be animating into your experience. And it's being shown to you frame by frame. It's like you are creating something frame by frame. This is with every step that you take is opening up a new frame work that you view this existence through, especially when it comes to your potential, all right? And then you also have the star card, right? So let's go ahead and read the star with the veil. This is some kind of wish I'm hearing come true. So this talks about, it can be something that's almost invisible and you feel a light veil cascading down your being, knowing anywhere could be better than where you came from. You push on, hoping for something better. On the other side, you emerge and notice a light, and then more lights start floating around you. The brightening up of the space that you're in, you start to feel a little lighter as well. The colors around you have returned, and so has your will. So I'm hearing there is something, okay, I'm really dark right now, that's going to be reaffirmed to you. Let's fix this. Okay, it just fixed itself. So maybe there's something that is being corrected in regards to I'm seeing the brightness, okay, the contrast of something. And light usually comes with a form of information, because today, let me go ahead and tell you something that I decoded today. Today I woke up 1 minute before sunrise, naturally, right? And I woke up at 5:28 a.m. and the sunrise was at 5:29. I didn't know that until I checked. And then I went to the back and I saw the sun rising. Now, on the solar eclipse, this is about information. What is the sun? It's plasma. It's a vibrating, electrically charged gas of plasma. It's source energy, right? Pure infinite potential. It's a star. The veil and the star. Now, the veil is becoming thinner when it comes to your communication with source, okay? With your infinite potential. It's like you're seeing that more and more. Now, there's intercommunication happening with you and source, okay? Your point of origin, your cosmic origins, something encoded within you. Because inside of you, you're an organism composed of many cells. What are cells composed up of? We have the nucleus, which stores the DNA, which holds the memory when it comes to your origin point and remembering yourself as the ultimate creator who has created this universe for you to experience yourself in through countless life forms. And you get to play inside your own creation. So not only are you dreaming this experience into being, but you're also living in your dream. Okay. Now, around the nucleus, you have the cell wall. This is also known as a plasma membrane. And you have bioelectrical charges, right, which is pieces of information that streamline in and out of these different currents. And I'm hearing they penetrate the core of your being. So this is deeply resonant information, okay? Light is truth. It's also consciousness. So you're streamlining new pieces of information, and it's leading to you as a fractal awareness, becoming conscious of yourself. I'm hearing your mission, and also unveiling what your initial intentions were before this incarnation. Because you are not just this anatomical vessel. You are the timeless consciousness that's navigating life on Earth, utilizing this vessel. And you are experiencing growth, right? The soul is experiencing growth through the physical realm. And there was this very specific message coming through there. Okay, so there is more than one lifetime. Okay, I'm hearing there's many parallels that you're connecting with, and I'm hearing each intention that you had before incarnation, before being seated into these different carbon-based life forms. And I'm also hearing before being seeded onto this planet, utilizing each one of these vessels, the intentions were always complementing the next. Okay, there's something around the intentions were always complementing the next. So I'm seeing things that you've been accumulating through many parallels are all bleeding into one. And you're finishing something that you had started and nurtured continuously through each lifetime, like a seed. And you are that seed that's germinated, it's grown, and you're now getting closer to being able to sit under the shade of that tree. It's like you're continuing something. It's a continuation. Infinite paths. Let's find the sun. The sun also has infinite paths in it. Anyway, you're not met with a choice point around if you want to continue things the way that you once had before you had remembered yourself. Okay, I'm hearing before you had picked up where you left off. It feels like you're picking up where you left off, but it's funny because it's not like you just incarnated into this realm and right off the bat I'm hearing just came out the womb. Like, you always knew, but there was things distorting your vision. And there's something around the high priestess and cleaning the third eye, and you're now looking at life through the lens of the soul again, and now you're picking up where you left off. Because when incarnating into this dense material plane, you were at risk of forgetting your etheric origins, and you had fallen into this human amnesia. And consciousness slowly began waking up, right? It's like you began waking up, and now you're lucid within the dream. And you're paying attention to how you were speaking to yourself through everything around you. In an effort to guide you towards your chosen destination. And I'm hearing this is like pre-chosen. So this is like pre-incarnation intentions. And you're fully coming back into alignment with that internally. But now I'm hearing here's the kicker. Now you're being guided to take action in the external realm to actually support this vision. So that brings us to the Two of Wands energy. So we'll go ahead and read this. But this is like optimism that you're going to be gaining. It talks about let yourself feel hopeful and your faith in the future will surely return. Look for small joys, remember the brightness of the sun and the magic of the stars. So yeah, this is coming in many forms to you, and it can happen as easy as flipping a switch. That's what it talks about. Okay, and this is a comet blazing across the night sky. So again, with contrast, it's almost like you have found your light again in moments of stillness and in the dark. Okay, especially I'm hearing through confusion. Now you know what clarity feels like. Anyway, the Two of Embers is a card, and it talks about leaving home. And with leaving home, I feel like this is a lot to do with leaving your comfort zone in some way. Because I'm hearing you did the best that you could with the information that you had, but there is new, again, light and information in which you're absorbing during this time. And it's penetrating the core of your being. So, and again, it's something that goes beyond you. I'm hearing, when I say beyond you, I mean beyond this lifetime. Okay, so planning and deciding. You stumbled across a peculiar moment in the forest. Barefooted, stone women, linked in arms, seemed to have frozen mid-dance. Then you notice a heel lift off the ground. And it's happening again. Okay, so there's something about the contrast and going dark and going light. Then you notice a heel lift off the ground, and then another. Soon their motion begins to pick up, and they spin in the night. Flames twirl from the heat of the dancers' movements and what was once a statue is now completely alive. So again, it's almost like you get to animate now, an experience that you get to play and create in. And I feel like it's the new way that you're animating this vessel, to be honest with you. It's almost like, if you think about, let's get comfortable. If you think about animation, it's like okay. It's like new motion, okay? And what I'm seeing it as is kinetic energy, okay? And if you think about kinetic energy, it's intention that is supported with action that then creates this velocity, right? It creates this, I'm hearing current and momentum. And I'm hearing one that is reinforced. It informs reality, and reality responds as a result of that. So there's something that you're being supported by when it comes to a creative spark that you're grounding into reality, okay? Now, when the stone dancer shows up in a reading, it indicates a readiness for movement and an opportune time to expand for new perspective. Perhaps you've been stagnant recently or have fallen into your comfort zone. You're not at the beginning or the end of something, but near the middle. And this is what I mean. I feel like this is this lifetime. It's like, yeah, it's like something that you're in the middle of. Anyway, it's crucial to make moves and make them soon. You don't know how long the momentum will last before it begins to slow. So it feels like a window of opportunity and realization, okay, that you're gaining. This is a lot to do with coming back into alignment with your why. So I'll go ahead and tell you guys what happened yesterday, and I was kind of decoding this. So first of all, I landed at 444, which is about a level of protection and you being guided by angels encoded into your field. And I was stargazing on the way here. On the way here, I arrived at night, and when I was looking up at the sky, it was so clear. Not just physically, but also metaphysically. Like, my vision was so clear. And I remembered as a teenager going to Egypt, like young, like maybe 11 or 12, going stargazing in a quad bike through the desert and thinking, damn, something about this feels so aligned. And the message I was getting from that is you're remembering why you got on this path in the first place. You know, it's almost like you've now seen something that you can't unsee. And I'm hearing you can look back in a linear fashion at this lifetime and see how there were so many things that were placed on your path, okay, like fated well-line collisions to be at a certain space and time and a certain time and space that would bring you back into this remembrance. And then when I was in the taxi, there was this repetitive song that this driver kept playing, and the chorus kept saying, she's playing with the Queen of Hearts. She's playing with the Queen of Hearts. And if you remember the Alice in the Wonderland reading that I did a while ago, or if you didn't, I talked about the Queen of Hearts character being a dimensional frequency within you, and it being a very localized aspect of yourself that has a limited filter of perception. And I'm hearing a limited range of information that it can draw in. It's limited to a very specific page, not just a book, nor a library. And it talks about an outdated authority where fear has become your biggest barrier, and it has limited the way that you move through this existence or create, because you're in a state of survival around you're limiting what it is that you create or how you create or when you create because of how you'll be perceived or how something that you're bringing into existence will be received by this matrix. And it basically represents an internal or external aspect that you've allowed to dominate or govern your internal state, okay? And this is a part of you that rules that fear and also it can represent the unhealed wounds within you that is screaming for order in a world that is evolving. This is the part of yourself that's scared of change, because change means that you have to embrace the unknown. And that comes with many, there's a very specific term that's coming through. It comes with many variations, okay? It comes with various timelines that could collapse into your reality. It comes with various new characters, people, and themes, okay? And you have to trust in your ability to not just foresee, but trust in your foresight, because you do have a gift when it comes to that during this time and always. So she's the part of you that demands control and also panics at the thought of liberation. And then I also talked about another dimensional frequency being the Mad Hatter, which is the chaotic genius, the part of yourself that is guided by the heart in ways that the mind may not be able to fully understand. It's a part of you that disrupts time or this linear unfoldment, and it dares you to kind of live madly. If you think about the Mad Hatter, he reminds you that linear timelines that unfold are merely an illusion, right? So this is about trusting in the distance between these two events. And it's more than just the distance between two events that collapses, but it's about this spherical motion that is time, and seeing how everything revolves around your quality of thought, your quality of emotion, okay? Your vibrational state of being, the way that you think about your journey on earth, the way that you relate to your journey on earth emotionally. And this intercommunication that's happening with source is, I'm hearing, disrupting that pattern of behavior, okay? Especially when it comes to self-sabotage. So yeah, it's the energy that shows up when you're kind of shifting timelines and things begin to feel upside down in your life. However, they also ironically feel perfectly right. So it does feel like there is a secret reordering of things where things are breaking apart. And I'm hearing, in order for things to fall into place, they must first fall apart. And the Queen of Hearts aspect does come up to the surface when things begin to fall apart, right? It's a part of you again that wants to control. And I'm seeing icebergs and the sun begin to melt them, and they begin to kind of dismantle from each other and drift apart. So this could be you drifting apart from old goals that you've had, old milestones that you've had that are subject to this matrix, like connections, places, things, whatever that is, any kind of entanglements. And just feel like you're completely detangling yourself from your relationship to this matrix or this construct, okay? Because I'm getting high pitch frequency in my left ear, so this is actual changes that are happening in the physical realm during this time. This is like, I'm hearing like a physical severing that's taking place and detaching process that you're going through. So then I also saw the keys of the world, okay? So keys of XX, like, one I represents the keys of the world that you hold within you. And this is like karmic cycle that you're transcending. What is Saturn? Saturn rules time. And during the partial new moon eclipse in Virgo, Saturn is actually aspecting this very particular alignment. So the obstacles are showing you the way, right? Where the resistance appears, okay, and where you're resisting some kind of change is showing you the way. It's showing you exactly what it is that you need to surrender to during this time, because it will lead to your biggest transformation. All right. And then I saw, who are you without fill in the blank, okay? Who are you without fill in whatever matrix entanglement or attachment you may have, right? And then begin to create from that space. Who are you without, for example, your partner? Who are you without your job? Who are you without your career? Who are you without this, that, whatever it is? Create from that space, create from that detached place, because I'm hearing that's what you will ultimately return back to you. So you are the key is what I was seeing it too. And the belief system is the lock. So there is a new world that you're unlocking within yourself, and it's leading to this energetic simulation that you're existing in. Begin to holographically project a new world to you, okay? That is reflecting the flow of life force that I'm hearing you've now allowed yourself to anchor into and your intention to anchor you undisrupted. Undisrupted by belief systems that can pollute the runway of life force and source that you can anchor through your vessel and bleed into everything that you do and everything that you touch. Let's get a Cosmos Oracle message, and we'll just see what the theme is right now energetically. Gravitational acceleration, and you have supernova. So gravitational acceleration basically talks about honing in on a very specific target or goal. And this is where someone's basically going to hit some kind of bullseye, okay? They are focusing on some kind of target. They're looking in. Mars is also going to be in Scorpio, probably at the time that you're seeing this, which is tunnel vision that you're going to be gaining, okay? Mars and Scorpio moves quite unannounced. Silence is its own transmission. Your silence will speak 1,000 words, and there is a microphone drop moment that will be occurring in your reality. So yeah, gravitational acceleration is honing in on a very specific target or goal, and it is almost like the singularity card in my Shaman's Dream Oracle message, where it talks about being so singularly focused at a very specific task at hand, like laser focused, that you remove every other superfluous distraction, especially when it comes to your own chattering mind, okay? The overly logical self, the one that wants to analyze and know all the but how's it going to happen and when's it going to happen. When you create that space and that pause for a new flow to emerge, and you surrender to that flow, you release stagnancy. And all stagnancy is repetitive thoughts that have created this loop that you're now breaking out of. And I'm seeing this as something ancestrally that you've incarnated into and adopted in order to be able to transcend. And you're now also not just moving through this existence more freely, but also pulling forward your generational lineage through ascended ways of thinking, feeling, and moving through this construct. And now your ancestors are also ascending through you. And these are for those who have come before you and all versions of yourself in a linear fashion that still exist simultaneously, but get to experience. I'm hearing a different narrative. I'm hearing a different story that's unfolding. And it's because you're giving yourself permission to tell yourself a new one. So rearrange your life as many times as needed during this time. There's something that you're reshaping, and it really is a pause for a sacred recalibration to take place. Yeah. So I'm going to love any of you guys right there. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, do consider subscribing. We'd love to have you around. Personal reading details are also down below. And yeah, welcome to the gateway. Also check out Auto Spirit if you guys are looking for some high quality AA grade jewelry. We have their third eye chakra collection pack on today as well. And yeah, how are you guys doing? Let me know. If you've made it to this point, I want you to comment down below. Comment down below a duck or a swan, okay, the high priestess energy. Comment down below the swan emoji and any kind of like psychic impressions to put your own unique twist on it, okay? With that being said, guys, I'm gonna love and leave you right there. Until next time, bye.